All right, what's up, fam? Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Look, I'm gonna show you how, or read to you these directions that was given to black people by the colonizer, i.e., slave master, right? As far as religion goes, right? Now, mind you that black people had built Europe and built Spain, but they didn't do it under this new religion titled Christianity. So he wanted to bring black people up under his new religion for the purpose of control, but he had to create a doctrine or a system that would work, right? So let me read you three directives from the religious instructions to the Negro in regards to Christianity, right? This is the first directions. The first direction calls upon masters to understand well how far your power over your slaves extended and what limits God had set thereto, right? Remember, and it's written in the old language, remember that they have immortal souls and are equally capable of salvation with yourselves. So what they're doing is saying, okay, look, these people been on this planet for so long, right? Before you. So be careful how you treat them. But we're gonna come up with a system on how to treat them. That way you can extract your money, your goods, your service, your labor out of them, right? But without tainting your soul as well. Okay. Remember that they have immortal souls. Now they say black people got immortal souls and are equally capable of salvation with yours. And therefore you have no power to do anything which shall hinder their salvation. Remember that God is their absolute owner and that you have none but a derived and limited propriety in them, that they and you are equally under the government and laws of God, that God is their reconciled tender father, and if they do as good, both love them as well as you, meaning if they do good, love them as well as you, meaning if they come up under this new religion, Christianity, and don't fight it, and don't say, well, my forefathers, my ancestors believed in this, then okay, treat them well, right? Do it good, love them as well as you, and that they are the redeemed ones of Christ, right? They saying black people are the redeemed ones of Christ. Therefore, so use them as to preserve Christ's right and interest in them. So use them, right, to preserve Christ's righteousness in them, but use them for your benefit. The second direction, remember that you are Christ's trustees or the guardian of their soul. They put their own selves as Christ's trustees or guardians over black people. By whose authority? Okay. Remember that you are Christ's trustees or the guardians of their souls, and that the greater your power is over them, the greater your charge is of them and your duty for them. So must you exercise both your power and love to bring them to the knowledge and the faith of Christ and to the just obedience of God's commands. This is the third. So serve your necessities by your slaves as to prefer God's interest and their spiritual and everlasting happiness. Teach them the way to heaven, right? The way to heaven was you gon' black folk when you die. That's when you get your heaven. You're not supposed to get anything while you're alive. You're not supposed to better where you live. You're supposed to wait till you die. Then you're going to get yours in heaven. Wow. I mean, wow. Teach them the way to heaven. Now, they brutalizing you, murdering you, killing you, got you in slavery, but yet they're gonna teach you the way to heaven. And really a lot of black people fail for it, but hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? Teach them the way to heaven and do all for their souls, which I have before directed you to do for all your other servants. Though you may make some differences in their labor and diet and clothing, yet none as to the furthering of their salvation. If they be infidels, right? Meaning if they believe in another religion other than what you forcing up on them, if they be infidels, use them so as tended to win them to Christ and the love of religion by showing them that Christians are less worldly, less cruel and passionate, and more wise and charitable and holy and meek than any other persons are, who to them that by their cruelty and covetousness do scandalize even slaves and hinder their conversion and salvation. Wow. I mean, they had the game down pat. We fell for it. Wow, man. Wow. I cannot believe um what I'm reading. But it was true. It happened. This is how they viewed as if God gave them some authority over us to teach us this new Constantine form of religion, and those that refused were infidels and was treated bad. But yet the brutality that was done, and that's saying that we still are the way to heaven is through us in the form of teaching that was taught to the blacks during slavery time. Then it goes to the seventh and last direction. Make it your chief end in buying and using slaves to win them to Christ and save their souls. They're saying that they're justifying slavery by saying, make it your chief end in buying them and using slaves to win them to Christ and save their souls. Like they was having a problem. They're saying, look, you gotta buy these slaves and you're doing good by buying them because under these directions and your tutelage, you're gonna save their souls and win them over to a Christ or a religion that was created at the Nicene Council. For the hatred after the Inquisition with the Moors and when the Moors fell in Spain. I mean, wow, the mindset of how all this began is what we're after. And this has nothing to do with um, calling out races or whatnot. This particular topic is strictly to understand the mindset of the people who was implementing this type of brutality and slavery and demeaning of a people. Right? We're going into the depths of that type of mindset. So be patient and don't take this as you know how they'll try to say, oh, this is reverse racism. And no, this is what's actually happened and how warped someone's mind would have to be. Here go a people build pyramids. Here go a people that went when the Visigoths and the Goths had Spain, when the Moors took over Spain and built institutions, libraries, hospitals, gave them knowledge and books and whatnot, and then you turn around and say, well, they savage because they don't believe in this Christianity. Come on, man, come on. But look, let's finish. Make it your chief end in buying and using slaves to win them to Christ and save their souls. Do not only endeavor it on endeavor it on the buy when you have first consulted your own commodity, but make this more of your end than your commodity itself, and let their salvation be far more valued by you than their service. And carry yourself to them as those that are sensible, that they are redeemed with them by Christ from the slavery of Satan, and may live with them in the liberty of the saints in glory. The works of this eminent servant of God had an extensive circulation, and these directions may have been productive of much good on the plantation of those owners into whose hands they fell. Oh my God. Oh, I cannot. Can y'all believe that, bro? Can you can you believe the mindset? They're telling you that, yeah, we know slavery is of Satan. We're gonna put you on a plantation and treat you evil, but yet we doing it all in the name of this religion that we created. One, it was created because they got tired of fighting amongst each other and said, and the war was getting costly, so they needed something, an umbrella to put everybody up under to cut the war, and belief in Michelangelo's white Jesus painting, and they put it out to the people. That's why Malcolm said you've been had, you've been hoodwinked, and when someone tries to tell you, well, my grandmother, my grandfather believed in this. My so and so was a pastor. My so and so, and I, I mean, they ingrain generations upon generations their mindset and how they wanted you to think. And so, the how to come out from up under this, brainwashing is good. Go read Message to the Black Man. Go get your supreme wisdom. Go study what Marcus Garvey was talking about. Go study the Pan Africans, the RBGs, the Moors. Go get your mind back, right? Because the work and the practices and the beating and the fear that had to go on to install this into your mind, it was brutal. It was horrific. It did work, but now it's time to undo it because this is 2025. World Pick Radio, we out.